Why don't we describe the scale of the problem that we're facing?
In 2010, when I started in the sector, it was 700 million people lacking access. Today it's 990 million. That means the problem has worsened by 40%. And in that time, because the consequences of cooking on firewood and charcoal is premature death through indoor air pollution, we have lost 10 million lives.
So it seems such a colossal problem. Why have the initiatives not lived up to expectations so far?
To give you a very short answer, I think we're looking at the wrong problem. Yeah? And because we're looking at the wrong problem, we are creating more problems than solutions. For me, the reason why people cook on firewood and charcoal is not accessibility or availability of other cook stoves. It is poverty. People can't afford other sources of cooking fuel. So if we don't look at poverty, but instead disseminate cook stoves like crazy, we're actually disturbing the local private sector. Because free cook stoves given away by international organizations kill the private market in Africa that's trying to sell cook stoves. Yeah. So with every project, we actually create a much bigger problem, which is destroying the very basic for income generation. And when we consider poverty as the problem for clean cooking or not clean cooking, then why do we destroy the private sector that's there to generate income? So I think we're tackling it from the wrong direction, and I can give you an example from the biogas sector. 15 years ago is when the national biogas programs, the first ones, were launched. And until today, they have built around 100,000 biogas systems. And back then, I said, I don't believe this can work, because something very crucial is missing, and that's a business model for the people. And today, we know 90% of the systems that they have installed with millions of donations, euros of donations from the West, have failed. Now you have
what is going to be the cheaper solution for the consumer? So, Katrin, with biogas, is that going to be cheaper for the consumer or not?
If you have a biogas system, the fuel doesn't cost you anything, yeah? Okay. But you have an upfront cost. Okay. So it's really about how do we finance that installation, and and what's the business model for the user? How can you, what kind of return on investment do you have, or how long is your payback period? Yeah. I would like to transition from this question, which source of energy is better, towards what are your benefits from all the different types of fuel that you can use. And I think the user should have the choice. So now in the case of biogas, you have more than cooking energy. You don't just get a cook stove and a fuel, which is in this case biogas, to cook on, but you have an installation that manages your waste or gets rid of your cow dung, produces cooking gas, produces fertilizer, yeah? And in an ideal case, also even generates you carbon credits. Yeah, so you actually have an income generating opportunity, because you can sell fertilizer, you can increase your yield, you can sell gas when you have more than you need for yourself. So it's really about that benefit that you get from the particular source of energy. And I also think Africa should claim one problem as a very serious one. Now, clean cooking, or the lack of access to clean cooking, results in extreme deforestation. Yes. Yeah? And that is not just Africa's problem, that's a global problem. That leads to a lot of carbon sinks being destroyed that we so urgently need for our climate. Now, if I was going to COP as an African leader, I would say, guys, we're really heavily contributing to climate change because we are clearing our land. Yeah. We need to stop this. We need to reforest or afforest our land, and we can only do this when we have access to clean cooking technology. So we need to build a model that actually allows our people to be rewarded for building back that forest, yeah, because they can't afford it. So we need to put some thought into the business model.
What are you doing as a small business in order to promote biogas for use within the community?
I'm building an organization that is going to tackle all of these problems at once, because we're building the Uber of clean cooking, yeah? A platform, a Pan-African platform, where we not only set out to repair all the failed biogas systems as the quickest, easiest, and cheapest thing to do. Just repair what's already there, make it work, and then give people an opportunity to earn money with it. Yeah.